Hi, everybody. Welcome to Organic 2 online class. I am your instructor for the course. My name is Rana. This is my email and this is my direct cell phone number. You can email me, text me, call me if you have any questions, and I can schedule a Teams meeting with you guys. I'm available always. So, if you are studying and you have any questions, if you're struggling with your homework, please do not hesitate to let me know. In this short video, I'll walk you through the structure of the course and the materials that you need for this course. First, this is an online asynchronous course. So this means that all the material will be delivered online. We will have Teams meetings, and those meetings are optional. You do not have to attend them, but normally I do a meeting before every exam. In case you have any questions, I'll go over your questions and explain the stuff that you don't understand. Again, you don't have to attend those meetings, but it's really recommended that you do. In case that you cannot attend the meetings, no problem. You can shoot me your questions in there and I'll answer them through the meeting. And all our meetings are recorded and they are uploaded to Google Drive. I sent you an invitation for Google Drive, so please accept that invitation in there. And you can only access Google Drive through your Mix account. You cannot use a Gmail or any other account. I will set a link on eCampus for Google Drive so that you can press on that and go to the Google Drive page. Right now, the Google Drive folder is empty because we haven't done any meetings yet. But once we start, then I'm gonna upload these videos in there, and you can access those videos through the Google Drive. For the course, you would need to purchase one platform, which is Cengage Unlimited, and this is a one-term subscription. This is roughly how much it costs if you get it from the website. You can also purchase that from the bookstore. This is part of the first day complete as well. And I'll walk you through how to purchase this. So if you go to eCampus, let's go to eCampus in there. Okay, so if you go to eCampus, there is an OWL introduction folder. So this is how you're gonna proceed to purchase or register. Guys, if you purchase the package through the bookstore, you have to register. So these are the steps that you would need to do in order to register or purchase. So you're going to go to the OWL introduction folder, and inside there is a registration. It's a small video in there that I want you to watch. So please watch it. This will walk you through the steps of how to purchase and how to register um, in the course or enroll in the course. Once you do this, I just want you to scroll down and go into this folder in there, our links to ebooks and e-assignments. And you can press any icon that has this shape. So just press on here. Right now, I mean, I'm enrolled in the platform, so it's gonna open the Cengage page for me. For you guys, it's just gonna walk you through the process to register for the class. First, it's gonna open a free trial for you, a 7-day free trial for you, so you can access your assignments without paying anything. After the 7 days, you do have to pay in order to keep accessing your assignments. If you want an extension for this 7-day trial period, please let me know. I can extend it further one more week. Okay. So to access your assignments, this is one way to access your assignments. So these are the assignments in there, and they do have their due dates. Every assignment has a due date. The first three assignments, they are not a must to do. So this is why I opened the dates for them. But honestly, you don't have to do them if you are familiar with ChemDraw and how to draw organic structures. But if you're not, it's really recommended that you go ahead and work a little bit those three first assignments just to make you familiar with the drawing organic structures, because With this platform, you will be drawing organic structures and drawing reactions, showing arrows and mechanism. So you would need to be familiar on how to do this. The actual assignment starts from chapter 12. Owl assignments, they do include owl is engage. So owl assignments, they include 1 to 2 assignments per chapter, depending on the chapter. We're going to start organic tool material from chapter 12, and we're going to cover all the way until chapter 21. So 12 to 21, this is probably roughly 10 chapters in there. Every chapter, as I said, does have 1 to 2 owl assignments. The owl assignments have a 12.5% grade, and they are graded based on completion. So you complete the assignment, you get the full grade. Please make sure that all your assignments are completed. If you have any questions, run into any issues, again, please do not sleep on it. Email me immediately. I'll hop on Teams with you and I can help you the best way I can. I'm also available if you want to go ahead. If you're on campus and you want to meet in person, I'm located in Beckley, WVU Tech, and in the Physical Science Building, room 302. So you just text me, let me know. I'm available every day there. So just let me know and we can meet in person as well. You can also access your ebook from here from the study tools, and you can access the book study guide as well. This one has problems together with its solutions, so it's really extra practice for you. You can also access that from here. Okay. Um, let's see. Let's go back to eCampus in there. If you have any questions, any technical support, you can press this icon over here, and this will pop a technical support for the OWL platform, so that you can ask for help, and also you can let me know, and I can help you in any way I can. If you have purchased this platform before for Organic One, please don't purchase it again, because you can use that same subscription that you purchased, and I can do an exception for you, open it up so that you can proceed with Organic 2 as well. Also, if you are repeating the course, so if you're repeating Organic 2, you've already purchased that for Organic 1, you've already purchased it for Organic 2 before you repeated it, please do not purchase again. Okay, just let me know. This is the Google Drive access that I've been talking about, and here we'll only post our meetings. So all what you need to do is just press on that and use your Mix account only to access. And in case you did not attend the meeting, you can go ahead and watch the video for the meetings. The meetings are scheduled before every exam. And again, it is recommended that you attend with your questions. If you have questions you cannot attend, please let me know, and shoot me your questions and I can answer those. If you scroll at the end of the syllabus, you will see the course outline. So for the course outline in there, every before every exam there is a meeting. There's a Teams meeting. It's a scheduled. This is the time over here. So before every exam, I would go ahead and send a Teams meeting link. And again, meetings are optional. You do not have to attend those meetings if you can't. So as for the structure of the course, we're going to have the first 3 days revision of Organic 1 and spectroscopy. Guys, spectroscopy is a very important topic, and every exam, aside from exam 1, so exams 2, 3, and the final exam will have a spectroscopy question. So I want you to review the spectroscopy chapter or study the spectroscopy chapter if you have not covered this one, Organic 1, together with some Organic 1 revision in there. So if you go to eCampus, there's a folder called Organic Chemistry 1 Revision. You don't have to watch every single video in here. So these are the chapters for organic one that I would like you to review. It's chapter 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Again, you don't have to watch the video unless you don't understand a certain topic, then you can refresh your memory. These are the lectures in there, and these are the notes that accompany the lectures. What I want you to do is just scan the problem set. You do have a problem set and the key for every single chapter. I want you to scan through those and make sure that you refresh your memory on these reactions. Now, every chapter does have a summary. And this reaction summary you can print and you can bring to the exam. So you can use in the exam. These reactions, you don't have to memorize them. A cheat sheet will be more than fine if you bring it to the exam. So every single chapter does have a reaction summary, chapter 7, 8, 9, and 10. So please print those summaries in there. These come in handy once we start organic 2 and we start the synthesis process. You would need to be familiar with all of these reactions. And then chapter 11. This is part of organic 1. It's not organic 2 yet. Organic 2 starts from chapter 12. But I want you to review this chapter in case you did not, or you forgot it, or in case you did not cover it in organic 1. So all what you need to do is just go into chapter 11. This one has no homework. Okay? So you go into the lecture in there. And once you go into the lecture, it's going to open up into some videos in there, a series of videos. Whenever you are watching these videos, just make sure, let me go back, just make sure that you watch them in order though. This chapter covers IR, it covers NMR, whether it's a proton or carbon 13 NMR, and it covers mass spectroscopy, and it also shows you how to solve problems in their spectroscopy problems. You would need a spectroscopy if you're taking the online lab, because every time you synthesize an organic compound, you do have to analyze it. And to analyze it, you have to run spectroscopy, you have to run IR, you have to run NMR. So you have to make sure to know how to interpret these spectrums. So this is why this chapter is important in there. So you have the chapter, this is the lecture, and then you have the notes that accompany the lecture. In the videos, I go over the notes. These are the notes here together with their answers. And then there are extra problems. These are not homework, you guys. You will see this trend in every single chapter that you have your lectures, you have your notes in there, class notes, and then you have extra problems. These extra problems are intended to be to have more examples in there, and they cover all the topics that you need in the chapter. These extra problems they run with their key. Okay, so you do have a problem set and the key. Scan through this, please. If there are extra problems, I would post extra problems with their keys. And again, these are not homeworks in there. I are, and then of course you do have your spectroscopy tables. Spectroscopy tables are the ones that you would need to download and bring to the exam. The material for these are the spectroscopy tables in there, so you can go ahead and download them together with the periodic table and to bring to the exam. So organic 2 material starts from chapter 12. So what does a typical chapter look like? I've went through this, so you do have your lecture material, you do have your extra problems in there. Every chapter uh, has a YouTube videos and the class notes. I would recommend that you print the class notes just to follow up with the lecture in there. And then you do have the extra problems. Extra problems, these are not homework, but this is what I want you to start with after you finish the lecture videos. Start with these problems and there, scan through them, scan through the key so that you are familiar with the problems for the chapter. You're familiar with the topics from the chapter before you start your homework assignment. So for the homework assignments, you access your homework through this folder. Whether you want to go into OWL assignments or other assignments, it's all in here. So you never go to cengage.com in order to get your or in order to work your assignments. Please work your assignments through eCampus. So to access Cengage, you simply press on the homework assignment. This is the Cengage assignment. So Cengage assignment has only one assignment. This is the due date in there. Due dates also are found at the end of the syllabus. So please access your Cengage by simply pressing on it. And then you can go ahead and start your assignment. You don't have to finish that assignment in one sitting. You can simply resume it. You can pause it, resume it whenever you want, but just make sure that you finish it on by the due date. Okay. This is your first assignment. Your second assignment is an e-campus assignment. So you do have two assignments for this chapter in here. Um, that eCampus assignment is similar to your exam. So OWL assignments, these are simply shows you how to draw your structure in there, how to draw reactions. eCampus assignments, these are multiple choice questions, matching questions in there, and those questions are similar to your exam. At the end, your exam is going to be a combination of both OWL assignments and eCampus assignment. Okay, so you do have two assignments for chapter 12 in addition to the quiz. Every chapter has a quiz. So how do you access the quiz? There is a quiz folder up there, if I'm not mistaken. Here you go. So there is a quiz folder in here. So this is the quiz folder. And right now, what I did is I activated your exam one material. Exam one should cover chapters 12, 13, and 14. So you do have the quizzes for exam one available for you. If you look at the syllabus in here, okay, so with the syllabus, you will see that every chapter does have an OWL assignment, does have an eCampus assignment as well, and does have a quiz. And all of these assignments, they are due on, for example, for exam one material, they are due on September the 21st in there. And this is the day of your exam. And I made it this way because I want to make sure that you finish your assignments before you go ahead and you attempt your exam. Okay, so please make sure that you finish your assignments in there and you finish them on time. Let's say, for example, if you need an extension on these assignments, because again, these assignments and the quizzes, they do have a due date, so please stick to the due date. But if you need an extension in there for these assignments, you just need to let me know. Okay, let's see, what do we have? So this is chapter 12 in there. Again, every chapter you can access it from here. Right now, I have materials for exam one. They are active. I did not upload yet the materials for exam two. I don't want it to be overwhelming for you. So let's stick to material exam one material. Make sure that you understand that. Let's finish exam one and then we go ahead and upload exam two. For the syllabus, so the quizzes are 10% of your grade. Homeworks, let's see, your homework is going to be 25% of the grade. 12.5% will be OWL assignments, and the other 12.5% will be eCampus assignments. Those assignments are graded based on completion at the end of the semester. So if you complete all your assignments, you're going to get the full 25%. That's a lot. That is equivalent to more than one exam. So make sure that you finish your assignments. And this is intended this way because these assignments really are time consuming. So please make sure you finish them before you attempt your exam. Quizzes are 10% of the grade, and you never attempt a quiz before you go ahead and you study the material. You look at the extra problems that are posted, you look at the key, make sure that you are familiar with the reactions, and then you go ahead and you do your homework, and then lastly you attempt the quiz. Now regarding the exams, there's a section for the exams in there. You do have three exams and you do have a final exam. Every exam will have an extra credit that is posted after the exam. And that extra credit is going to be probably 15 points added to your exam. Let's say, for example, if you score a 70 out of 100, you do the extra credit, you get a 15 points. So your actual grade now for the exam is going to be 85 out of 100. The total will not change. That extra credit is intended to help you with your grade. So every exam will have an extra credit in there. Um, let's go ahead and see. Every exam is going to be 15%. And all exams are going to be done online. They're going to be proctored via Respondus Lockdown browser. And exams are 60 minutes from the time of the start. Final exam is 2 hours from the time of the start. If you scroll down in there, okay, so exams are going to open up on a particular date and time, and the close, you do have like more than 24 hours for exams one, two, and the three. This is intended this way just to give you enough time to finish. But you guys, whenever you start an exam, you have to finish it. It is proctored via Respondus Lockdown browser. You would need a computer, you would need a camera in there. There are steps that you would need to pass by. I'll go over those in a second. But for example, exam one is going to open up September 21st at 9 a.m., closes on the second day at noon. If for some reason you cannot do this time slot, you have to let me know ahead. So you don't wait. You don't wait until the day of the exam to let me know that you cannot do the exam. Please let me know ahead. Okay. That is for the exams, and again, every exam does have a time slot that it opens and closes by. Please note that your final exam has a limited time and there. It does not have 24. Actually, it does. It opens up on December the 7th, just to give you more time, at 9, and it closes on December the 9th at 11:55 p.m. Your final exam is comprehensive, and it is an hour and 50-minute time slot with a 10-minute revision. So make sure that you do your final exam during this time. Okay. Now, how to access your exam? As I mentioned earlier, that exams are proctored via eCampus Lockdown browser. There's a folder for the exams, so all what you need to do is just go ahead and press this folder. And right now, what you're going to see are these two steps in there, step one and step two. This is kind of like a Respondus check test. It's a demo test. And that test is a must that you do before your first exam, just to make sure that you uploaded Respondus correctly on your computer. And to make sure that you are familiar with all the steps that you would need to pass by through the exam. So there's a short video in there that I would like you to watch, and this will walk you through downloading Respondus Lockdown browser. So please do that. And then after you do this, there is a small check test. It's actually a short one of two questions in there, but it mimics the actual exam so that you would be familiar of what you're going to pass through the actual exam. Make sure you have your ID ready. ID can be any ID that has your picture in there. The area around you has no books. This is a closed book exam. So, and all exams are going to be closed books. So please make sure that there are no books around you in there. You are going to use one device only, and the system will check your surroundings in there. You are allowed the summaries, and you are allowed a scratch paper. You are allowed a calculator, because once we start spectroscopy in exams 2, 3, and the final exam, you would need a calculator for the integration. So you can have the calculator as well. This is step I want you to do before your first exam. Okay, all the class has to finish this step before the first exam. For exams 1, 2, 3, and the final, you can access all of these through the exam folder. So all the exams. So how can you gain extra credit for this course? I mentioned that for every exam there is an extra credit of 15 points. So make sure that you do this extra credit. The extra credit will be posted after the exam. So after you finish your exam, there will be in the exam folder, there will be an extra credit for exam one, for exam two, for exam three in there. And that extra credit is 15 points. Make sure that you do it. Even if you score high in the exam, I want you to finish that extra credit and I want you to do that extra credit in there. Now, for the final exam, there are two ways to get additional bonus. The first one is the class evaluation. So, if you evaluate the class at the end of the semester, you will get 10 points on your final exam. But all the class has to evaluate so that everybody would get 10%. So, just make sure that you evaluate the class. Another way to get an extra credit on the final exam is to do an assessment exam. Guys, this is very important. That assessment exam is not yet on eCampus, but I'm going to go ahead and upload it to eCampus very soon. And I want you to access that assessment exam in the last week of classes, and it is due on December the 7th. The reason why I want you to access it in the last week of classes because by then we would have covered all the materials that we need so that you would know what you're doing in there. This assessment exam is for me. I want to make sure that you understand the material, and this assessment exam also will serve as a practice for the final exam as well. It's graded based on completion. So if you complete that, you will get an extra 15 points that will be added to your final exam. So there's a 15 points plus a 10 point. This is a 25 points bonus on your final exam. All the class has to do the assessment exam. This assessment exam is a must to do, and it does have a due date. I will remind you once I upload it, and I will remind you once we approach this deadline that you would need to finish your assessment exam. So how to calculate your class average? If you go to eCampus, you would see an overgrade right now of a 0% because you haven't turned anything in. If you look at this section, it breaks it down for every exam, your final, your homework, and the quizzes. So as I mentioned earlier, that the homework is 25%, and this is graded based on completion. It's divided equally between OWL assignments and the eCampus assignments, and I do have the percentage for each assignment. So every assignment you turn in, your overall is going to increase for the OWL by 0.833% and for the eCampus assignment by 1.25%. You guys do the math, okay? Every quiz you turn in, that is a 1%. And every exam you turn in, this is a 15%. Your final is a 20%. So if you look to at eCampus at your overall grade, whatever percentage that you're getting is not out of 100 yet because you haven't turned everything in. So let's say, for example, I just did give an example over here so that you won't freak out when you look at your overall average. So let's say, for example, you finish exam one material and you get, like, for example, 85 out of 100 for exam one. You submitted all exam one material, the OWL assignment, the eCampus assignment, and it's a quizzes. It's a three quizzes in there. What you're going to see in your overall grade is a 21.99%. Guys, you're not failing. It's a 21.99% out of the 23% that you have turned in yet. So this is not failing. This is around 21 out of 23. This is about like 89% out of 100. So just to let you be aware so that you won't freak out if you see that very low percentage. Your percentage is going to start at zero and it's going to build up all the way to 100% once you have submitted everything. So please make sure that you submit everything. I made sure that in the grade book you have a slot for every single assignment. So if you go in there and you see that your assignment is that slot is empty, this means that you have not turned in your assignment yet. So please make sure you turn your assignments in. That's pretty much everything that I want to say regarding this course. Again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. I'll keep reminding you of your due dates for the assignments. And I'll keep sending announcements in there on eCampus, or and emails. So I'm gonna email you. I'm gonna send announcements in there. So please read your emails, read your announcements, and let me know if you have any